Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Cruel Archives, a channel that I am starting to hopefully document the mundane and quiet moments of my life, as well as some of the noteworthy ones when and where they happen, as a bit of a personal archive. I struggle a lot with my memory, and it does get a little bit worse every single year, so these videos are mostly for me to share my life and my passions with like-minded people, and also to document them for my future self to reference. I'm hopeful that this project can help me romanticize my life too, even the boring or mundane moments. I think it's important to take these moments, even just if it's just running to the post office, getting lunch with an old friend, sending a letter to your parents, things like that. It's not only okay to romanticize these things, but I think it's really important. It helps you to treasure every moment of your life because every single moment is precious and fragile. So, also, I stay inside a lot. I'm a bit of a homebody. So I am hopeful that maybe this channel will help give me some motivation to get out and go new places and see new things and hang out with people and be among society more. If for no other reason than to have things to show for this channel. Maybe that's a bad reason, but it is a reason. But without any further ado, it is currently 2:44 on April 19th, Sunday. And this is my journal. This is the main event that everyone is here for, I think. I hope you enjoyed that little montage at the beginning. That was my family and I going to Gatlinburg, but I will get more into that as we go through this. So this is my daily log, my daily archive, my daily journal, so to speak. I do have other books in my system, but this is kind of like the main one. This is like my home that I always come back to. And sorry if I'm talking kind of weird. I'm trying to be quiet because my fiance is sleeping in the other room, and also I'm embarrassed and don't want to get caught talking to myself. He's very supportive of all my projects and everything I try, but a lot of you will probably understand the uncomfortability of being perceived. Anyway, It's not my first year being in a hobonichi, but it is my first time being in a hobonichi cousin, a size A5. It is currently in a Junji Ito cover. I struggled so hard to get this. Thankfully, I did not have to resort to ordering it from a scalper off eBay, and I think they're fairly readily available in the West now, but I missed the first launch of this in, what was it, August? And I was so devastated. I stayed up late refreshing the site, and it sold out in like, what, 8 minutes, maybe less. So I did not get it, and I was devastated. And it also left me kind of wondering what I was going to do for 2026. So I had to suddenly start exploring other options. And then, when randomly checking in on the website a few weeks later, I saw that they were going to do another launch, another round two, in, I think it was September. And I stayed up late again, refreshing the page, and this time it sold out. I was like, okay, I'm just adding this to the cart, nothing else. I'm just gonna run in, add it, check out, done. No, it sold out in like under a minute, I feel like. But I kept, I don't know, in a state of delusion. I kept refreshing the page every like 10 seconds across multiple devices. And after about 45 minutes of this, I saw the button turned from gray to whatever color it was. And I was like, oh my God. And I added it to the cart and I checked out immediately, no thoughts, only action. I managed to get it, which is so amazing. And then it shipped to me in December. So I'm so relieved and so happy to have this. I am such a Junji Ito fan. Anyway, I'm fangirling. I think it's just so pretty and so beautiful, and I love it so much. And I love Tomi. Other people's spreads. As you can see, I love to split the cousin pages into 3 columns. I just think it looks more aesthetic that way. And also, if you have a day like this, you can see for 10, I only wrote 2 columns, and then I started the next day early. So it's really, really good for that. So this day, I'm just talking a little bit about how it's a boring day. I went into the office. I remember I went for a meeting and no one was there. I have some Kasane Teto stickers. I've been into Vocaloid forever, since like middle school, since the old school Vocaloid days. And recently my fiance got into it about a year ago, and Teto is his favorite. So I decorated a little spread in honor of that, since the next day I was leaving to go to Gatlinburg, and I had to leave him behind. He was way too busy with work stuff to be able to go with. So I just decorated this page with some Teto and some matching red stickers. Oh, that's a good segue. How I make most of my stickers, I actually make a lot of them. Make is maybe a strong word. I don't draw them. I order some from Sticky Club. I order some as I see them from creators if I see one that really, really sparks joy. Mostly I like ordering and buying digital print at home stickers. I used to print them on a little photo printer I had, a Canon Selfie. I don't like Zinc, Z ink or whatever, because it's not archival. So I use that dye sublimation printer instead because it's far more archival. The photos are going to last a lot longer, even when exposed to light. But recently, for my birthday in February, I upgraded. I ordered a liene cutter. I think it's the pixcut, maybe. And I love it. I'm not trying to influence hashtag not sponsored, but I love it so much. And all of these were printed and cut out with those. This sticker actually is from a sticker sheet that I ordered from Sticky, and then I just scanned it and printed them again because I have sticker fear, as many journalers do. I don't want to use them all. And then I don't have them again. I'm a lot better about it. But I was also testing what the quality would be like if I scanned something, a sticker sheet that I had physically, and then tried to reprint it from the liene. It's not nearly as good quality as stickers that I print directly from the internet like these, or high quality files, or the print of the actual sticker itself from Sticky Club. But anyway, I'm rambling. So that's how I make a lot of my stickers. And I'll try to point out when ones are from certain places or from certain artists. I'll probably try to either say it out loud if I remember, or put it in one of the corners as text in editing if I know who the artist is. So these I just found off Tumblr. They're just PNGs off Tumblr from various artists, and this is a little plushie of Teto. This is the first day that we went to Gatlinburg, and you probably already saw the compilation that I made at the beginning of the video with clips from my trip. It was my first time trying kind of a little vlog-like style like that. When I got home and tried to edit, I didn't have nearly as much footage as I thought I did, so apologies that it's probably not very interesting, but I tried. Let me know how I did. Kind of that style, I guess I'll say attic archive style. Shout out to Megan Rhiannon. Huge inspiration. I think that's obvious from my pages. This is the day that we went to Gatlinburg. Mostly drove this day. Not much really happened. We went to a Mexican restaurant and a bar afterwards, which is that tiny picture here. Anything with post-it notes is obviously redacted personal information. This is the start of Saturday 4/11. I slept like absolute shit. No surprise there. Got a really yummy but super overpriced but very delicious, granted, coffee from this place Yowies. Yowies? Wait, that's the first time I'm saying it out loud. It's Yowies, like Yowie. I'll show the picture on screen, but not Yowies like boy love. That's so funny. That's the first time I think I'm saying it out loud. Here is just some pictures from when we were out shopping. I got this, just so good, so amazing, like white top pizza from Mellow Mushroom. And here's some pictures. We went to the Pirates show, the Dollywood Pirates show in the evening. And that was really great. I kind of went into it. I didn't have low expectations. I didn't have high expectations. I didn't really have any expectations. But I did look it up, and people on Reddit were saying that it was actually really good and not cringe. So that's good. So my expectations rose a little bit, but I'm happy to say that it was really good. And I write that here. It's located in Pigeon Forge, which is near Gatlinburg. It was about a 20-minute drive, maybe. The stunts were fun. I thought the combat choreography was really fun. It's definitely a family-friendly show, so no violence or anything like that. But and it was very cute, and I thought that it was very well done. We spent most of this day walking around the main Gatlinburg strip. If you've ever been, if you know, you know. And we did some sampling of moonshine, and I bought some flavored hard ciders to take home, and those are so freaking good. And we had this lovely view that, if you saw the creek in the opening video, that was right behind our hotel rooms in this little lodge hotel inn thing. And it was so relaxing. I loved sitting out there in the morning and in the evening. Oh, so good. I would love to someday have a creek like that in my backyard. Amazing. This day I got kind of a late start, but then we checked out and we drove to Old Mill Road, which is, I think, also kind of more in the Pigeon Forge area. We just did a little bit more shopping. We got some candy. We got some moonshine. My fiance loves moonshine, so I got him some. And then we got lunch at the Old Mill Pottery Cafe. I got this chicken pot pie. That was so good. And I actually thought that it was maybe the most, it was still expensive, don't get me wrong, but definitely the most reasonably priced meal that we had the whole time. Except for maybe the Waffle House that we had on the drive down. Anyway, here's a scan of a flyer that we got. It was too big to put in the book. It's originally like this big, and cardboard, and I tried to minimize the bulk, even though I have an avec. I got the avec because my books tend to get, this isn't by no means the chunkiest I've ever seen. Some people's chunk up a lot more than this, but this is me trying to avoid bulk, and it got this big, so I'm trying to avoid bulk. So I scanned it and printed it on super thin, just printer inkjet paper, and put that in there. And this is Monday, but this entry is talking a little bit about getting back to work after that and how grateful I was to be home. I have a good relationship with my family, but since my fiance couldn't come, that was a huge bummer. And I was just happy to be back home, and I have a hard time sleeping anyway under great conditions. So I slept like a baby when we got back. This is the ticket from the Pirates Voyage show. The post-it note is covering up my mother's name. She ordered the tickets, but underneath is a scan. If you didn't know, these thermal prints, they age badly over time. So if you're putting any receipts or tickets like this, I recommend scanning them when they're fresh and putting a copy underneath or on top, whatever you want, or just forego the actual ticket if you want to. But yeah, because these thermal prints will degrade with age shockingly quickly. So if you want to have them for the future, if you care about the longevity of your books, definitely recommend that. And this is just a scan of we did putt-putt golf while we were at the main Gatlinburg strip. This is something that my family's always done while we were on trips. We always have to do putt-putt. This is a sticker from one of the candy bags. We got some taffy that was made with moonshine, and it was really, really good. But these are from the trip because I ran out of space. But this actual page is just talking about work. I'm an accountant, not the spicy kind, an actual accountant. I'm a certified public accountant in the USA. I'm not in public practice anymore, though I was. So I wrote a little bit on this day, the 14th and the 15th, about how this was the most chill I've ever been on this day in like a decade. I had a really, really slow day, the way that I like it. The middle of the month for me is kind of slow. I get really, really busy around the month end and the beginning of the month because we have to close the books, and then I'm a little bit higher up, so I also have to like present financial data to some of the, I guess, call it the executive team for my organization, and kind of show these accounts fluctuated a lot and here's why. Very interesting stuff, I know, but it takes a long time to put together, so I'm very, very busy on those days. But the middle of the month like this, very chill. And I just kind of wrote a bit about how it was an astonishingly chill day. I didn't even realize it was the tax deadline. This was my first year not being in public accounting, in tax compliance and consulting, so it definitely was weird. What else? Here I'm writing about I was successfully influenced by this picture from Tumblr, user Halloween, of a red pocket Filofax with a red PSP and some red horror books in the background. Red is my favorite color. So this post was like scientifically engineered for me, even if the poster didn't know it. So here I'm writing about how I'm thinking about getting a Filofax for the first time. And this was on the 16th. I'm happy to report now on the 19th that I did in fact order it. I know, I'm so bad. But yeah, I did in fact order it. I did not get a pocket size. I got a personal size. So I'm excited to show that off in a week or two. But yeah, that's my spread for that. Just more red stuff. The rest of these are not very interesting. I didn't write Fridays yet. It was kind of a weird day. I was having a weird mental health day. I did get some work done, but not much. Here I'm writing about yesterday. My fiance finally read Under Moss after nagging him for a really, really long time to do so, and he loved it, which is great. I also love it a lot. He talked about how it reminded him of some of his other favorite media, like the Mother series, so like Earthbound, if you're familiar, and this anime he's watching called Mushishi, apparently also whimsical, kind of folklore-y. We talked about the themes of kind of blurring the lines between life and death. It's not totally clear what's going on with the protagonist in Under Moss. I made a joke like, what if they actually died and the train is leading them into the afterlife and Under Moss is the afterlife? And he was like, maybe. That's not actually what I think. I mean, maybe it is. I think it's up to your interpretation, but that makes me kind of sad. So I'm choosing not to think of it that way. We both love the kind of odd liminality that it has, the liminal space where time kind of, the seasons are changing, but time feels kind of fuzzy. And I think a lot of people with neurodivergence or neurodivergent traits will resonate with that deeply. Time definitely has a strange flow for most of us. But yeah, it was a really chill day. And here I'm just kind of talking about making this video. I'm kind of nervous. So I was kind of writing about what I think I'm going to write about and how I'm going to film it. And yeah, so anyway, that's enough rambling. I'll do a super quick flip through so that I can add the chapter. Maybe I'll start all the way back at April 1st. I have some blank days. Here I'm talking about I had a heart monitor on for some tests. Nothing serious. I'm not dying or anything. But here I'm talking about what that was like. It was not very fun. The adhesive did not agree with my skin and it was very itchy. And every month, at the beginning of the month, I am a bit sacrilegious and cut out panels from mangas that I have. I buy them with the intention of cutting them out. So usually it's ones that either are banged up or like this is a copy of Pandora Hearts that randomly is in German in from a Goodwill in Ohio. I don't know why that happened, but yeah, I'm like, nobody is buying Pandora Hearts Volume 9 only in German. So I don't feel bad about buying it and cutting it up. And also, like, I have some old Shonen Jumps and stuff. But yeah, I think when the avec is through, so at the end of June, I think I'll probably do a flip through of this whole book. So January 1st through June 30th. And you'll be able to see some of that stuff. So yeah. Oh, and also I forgot to say these stickers on this page, all of these except for this one, this is just a stock one that I got out of the Liene app, but all of them are from Megan Rhiannon. I think specifically, I think all of these are from her Undermoss set. They might not all be. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, you can see a lot of Megan Rhiannon stickers here. And I have a lot of these little gloomies, these gloomy kids. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my first video on this channel. And I look forward to sharing a lot of fun, archivable, romanticized moments with you in the future. So yeah, talk soon. Be good.